Hey guys, it's currently Friday. It's the weekend before Christmas. I have more Christmas shopping yet to do. I haven't really done much at all. I ordered some stuff for Christian, which I have. And I have one thing for my mom. I always make her a stocking every year, although I was thinking maybe this year go more like gift basket. That is for both her and my stepdad. Because I make her a stocking as a way of like paying back her doing so much for us over the years for Christmas and stuff. But I'm gonna maybe do the gift basket idea this year. So I only have one thing for that. I need to buy more. I also need to get Christmas gifts for my nieces. I have 3 nieces, and also a birthday gift for one of the nieces. And that is it. We're not doing gift exchange on my side of the family or on Christian's side of the family this year. And so that's less to buy for. Makes it a lot easier. I do want to buy something for myself. I want to grab some storage shelves for under my art table. So I moved these under here and it's a perfect fit. I would love to do that on the other side, but I was researching it this morning and I cannot find these again. These were from Michael's. They don't sell those same ones anymore. They do have a tall drawer system that would fit under here, but it would leave a gap. So I would have to fill it with something else. And I've been looking on other websites. I've been searching high and low. I cannot find these. So I think the Michael's one is my best bet and I will use that, I guess. And I'm going to go looking today for it. I also ordered some storage to go up on here. I've been rearranging this a little bit. I was trying to plan what to do because this table is so nice. It's like a big table. You can do a lot on it, but I usually don't need the whole table, especially the depth. I love the width. I do not need the extra depth. And I want something where I have more art supplies on my table at all times. And so this is a nice distance for my Copic case right here, but then I'm not using the full table distance, but I'm just going to do that. And I've ordered some other storage things to set up here to hold more art supplies because I just want more here so I can just sit down and create and not have to pull everything out every time and then have to put it away after. I just want a bunch of stuff accessible at all times. So it's ordered and that stuff will be coming tomorrow and on Sunday, but I'm not going to build that stuff this weekend. I'll deal with that after Christmas because I don't have time for that. Something I will be doing in today's vlog though is working on this. So this was my digital sketch I printed out, and then here's the traced line art in pencil. Kind of hard to see, but I want to start coloring this and do a little coloring test to see how I want to handle the sunbeams in this. Also want to repaint my nails before the holidays because they've been a mess. Only 2 nails are even painted on this hand. This one's got 4. It's got 4. So first things first, let's head out and do the shopping. I'm going to bring my little neglected DJI Osmo that I've had for a long time. This is the generation 1. I showed you in the last vlog how I put magnet on it. I did move it up to be a little bit higher. I've actually ordered a microphone to use with this and possibly also with my vlog camera, just for any scene where I'm like further away, maybe moving about the room or whatever, but it's a little wireless lav mic. I do have my little Rode mics and I don't know if those can work with this, maybe with like a USB-C cable, but they're very big. I want something less conspicuous, so I got the little DJI mini mics, and those are coming today, but they're not going to be here in time for the shopping, so the audio might not be the best on this. Oh yeah, I also want to do another audio test here, because I'm currently using the microphone I did use with my old camera. It sounded a little bit bad in my last vlog, but the volume in the camera was too high, so I've lowered it, but I kind of want to listen to the built-in microphone. Okay, this is just with the built-in mic. Without the dead cat on top, this is just it wide open. Hello, hello, testing, testing. I start coughing on the way here, and I'm like, let me take a sip of my water. I forgot it. And then I turn on my camera, I forgot my memory card. So I had to go buy a memory card, but it was a good deal, so it's fine. I figured I would go to Michael's first, so that's where I parked, but then I had to swing by Best Buy. Luckily, it was just 2 shops down. Music too loud. I might just have to put my own music over top. Moving the magnet up might have been a mistake on this camera because the gimbal goes a little wonky occasionally. But look, you're magnetized to the shelf. Oh. So fun. Okay, we're in the storage shelf section. This is the one I was looking at right here. Yeah, there's really not much. They used to have way more storage options, but maybe they weren't selling, I don't know. was gonna put it in the bottom, but I don't think it's really gonna fit. The cart's gonna roll away from me. So I have 29.5 inches of space to fill. This is 26 inches with the wheels, and I will be taking the wheels off. So we'll have maybe 5 inches of extra space. This stuff is so cute. The wood, the birds, the greens. Like, look at this frame. Adorable. Look at these birdies. I fear I must adopt one. There, don't get crushed. Okay, time for a little haul. So you saw the shelves, but what else did I get? That clinking, those are the birdies, plural. I got one for me, one for the gift basket, because it'd be a cute decor piece in the house, but also it'd be cute in a plant pot outside or something. It's indoor, outdoor, so one for each of us. And then for my niece's birthday, I ended up getting fabric markers, big set, and a couple things to use the fabric markers on. So there's this zipper pouch right here, and then this is a tote. I did grab a hat at first, but the hat just felt like not the right material, and it was just so thin. It was like see-through. So I passed on the hat, but I could always hop into Walmart as well, and maybe there's something better there. But also I feel like 2 things is enough. Then I also got these patches. They do stick on, and then you can iron them on to make them permanent. So we have the flowers and the hearts. So that's the birthday gift. I still need to get the 3 Christmas gifts. We got 1 thing for the gift basket, so we're making progress. Only purchased 1 thing for myself and Michael's. That's pretty impressive. No, actually it was 2 things. It was 2. I was thinking the bird was the only thing, but the shelves, the drawers, yeah. Okay, I got myself 2 things. Oh god, the person right next to me, I just realized, is in their vehicle. They can see me. Now, Walmart would make sense to hit up next because it's closest, but like that's kind of a last resort store for this shopping trip. I would rather go elsewhere. I think I'm gonna hit up Value Village and Winners, and I want to go to Toys R Us. But Toys R Us will be last, so I guess the priority now is mainly gift basket because I could get the rest of the gifts at Toys R Us. So let's do Value Village. That's the closest thing next, I think. Took forever to get here. The traffic is nuts. I had to go like 2 blocks and it took me probably 15 minutes. But we're here at Value Village. This is more of a selfish stop. I'm mainly shopping for myself, but you never know what I could find. I might find something for the gift basket. I can almost stick my camera to this pole, but it's not really wide enough. Wait, it kind of sticks. Oh my god. It's gonna fall, it's gonna fall. I'm always on the lookout for wall-mounted knick-knack storage. Okay, hold on. My gimbal keeps trying to angle upwards. That's art supply storage right there. What's funny is I was trying to move that white thing out of the way to see this. And then I was like, wait a minute. The good part was facing the back. A sneaky find. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. It's like a mini desk. Oh, that's quite nice. I do not need a jewelry box, but again, art supply storage? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Although, I'd rather stack stuff on top of this. I already have a jewelry box that I'm using as art supply storage. Maybe I don't need another one. But the drawers are too good. What the hell? Stop. So this ended up being the sole purchase of Value Village. Yeah, it's cute little art storage, magnetic side. Yeah. I decided to swing into London Drugs and found quite a few things for the gift basket, so it's mostly done. I'm still going to go into Winners, just see what I can find, and maybe I'll get the basket itself in there. I don't know. And boy, the traffic is nuts. Just vehicles stuck in intersections because it's so busy. I'm just glad I came today instead of tomorrow, because tomorrow's Saturday. It's going to be even worse. This soap dispenser is kind of cute. Let's get that. Little soda can stools, side tables. Oh, some other cute ones. Perhaps a little something for Kiki and Midna. Maybe they want this too. No, they just got their squishmallow bed. I forgot to even look for a basket in Winners. Maybe Dollarama will have something. I'm at Toys R Us. This Toys R Us is closing. It's not even that old. They have a big clearance sale going on right now, and I hope there's still a good selection of stuff in there. Otherwise, I gotta turn around and go all the way back to Walmart or somewhere else. I guess I could go to a different Toys R Us, but anyway, let's just go in and see what they got. Oh my god. Gosh. This is supposed to be my big main stop. Hey, okay. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna find like a wicker style basket. I'm just gonna go with a plain white because it could be repurposed for general storage, I guess. It's what we got. It's what we got. A nice shallow one because the stuff will fit in there nicely. Oh, wait a minute. We do have some baskets. Some with like a little cloth. Up top here. Oh gosh, I'm struggling to angle this thing. Up here there are some other ones. They're cute, but I fear they're too small. These ones are a little wider but shallower. I think that's still too small though. These ones are really not that bad. They're a little deeper. Got some tissue paper. Now maybe a little festive sprig. I just don't know which one. I've changed my mind. No sprigs. And I'm not gonna do the cello wrap either. Excuse me, Valentine's Day. Oh, Kiki, what's all this stuff? Don't look at this one. Midna was sniffing it. Don't look at the fishing rod. Imagine dropping the line down here. Hiding. I just opened up these because my new mics were delivered while I was gone. This is how tiny they are. So I got a white one, and then this kit comes with 2 black ones. That way I can match it to my outfits. And they come with a magnet, so I don't have to glue a magnet on myself. And so it can attach to your camera, or you can attach it to your phone. I can't pull out the attachment. It's in there though. Or these can connect directly to DJI cameras. So I'm gonna get these plugged in right away. The little charging dock for the white one, so cute. I'll probably mostly charge it in here, but we're charging them all at once right now. Cozy haul next to the Christmas tree, now with tree skirt reattached. Kiki puked on it, so we had to clean it. But over here for my nieces, for our youngest niece, she's still a baby. She's less than a year old, so I figured a plushie. This one's a bit big, but there were not that many options there. It feels very soft though. It feels and squishes just like a squishmallow. And this was 60% off. Yabu plushie. And these probably wouldn't have been my first choice of toy, but again, limited selection, and I was like, if I can at least find something here, might as well. So for my oldest niece, the one who's also getting the birthday present, there is this Lego set. So there's bowling alley, there's karaoke, there's an arcade. Just looks so fun. So there's that. That was 20% off. The Lego did not have a very big sale on it. Ooh. And then for my other niece, this LOL Sunshine Makeover doll. This was half off. And she color changes in the sun. Whoa! So, those are those gifts. Wait a minute. Am I missing a bag? I'm missing my Michael's bag. Oh. That's why it felt like I was missing something when I was showing everything to Christian. The birds survived. At one point, that art cart that I got, it slid and landed on this purple bag, and I was so scared for the birdies. But they're alive, they're okay. So that's the birthday gift, the same stuff I showed you earlier, based around the fabric markers. I picked these up for Christian, crunchy mushroom chips. Sour cream flavored, interestingly. And I got us a bottle brush because we've been out. I threw out an old grimy one because I was gonna buy one that same day, but then the store was out of them. So we've just been without our bottle brush. Not a toilet brush. I've been flamed in the comments before. Look, it's not a toilet brush. So now for the basket goodies. This might be too much. It might not all fit in the basket. First, there is this angel ornament. I picked this up at the Saskatoon Farm Market. This is handmade by someone in Kenya. Yeah, that's very cute. Angel tree ornament. Then there's the honey soap. So cute. It's not an empty soap dispenser. It's got soap in it. You did not see me pick up these 2 little bottles of Grey Goose because my stepdad really likes this and he likes Pepsi. We have some Pepsi in the fridge that we bought for his last visit, and I was thinking of tying the little bottles onto a can of the Pepsi. They're the little mini cans. I'm just worried that that's not gonna fit in here. So this would be the perfect little drink mixer, the mini can plus this. So I'm gonna tie them together using this elastic ribbon that I got at Dollarama. Then we have Twig Craft Pretzels, zesty dill pickle flavor. And then there's this quilting magazine. It's got various patterns, including some for ornaments. It just looks like it'd be a good source of inspo. Ooh, you can make that. You can make that. Ooh. So many ideas. Then we have Mrs. Bridges pineapple and mango salsa. A couple packs of Turtles chocolates. This honey and sea salt chocolate bar. The bird. A couple meat sticks. Some cured salami. These are fabric coasters. And the sausage bites for Sadie. And this was the basket I went with. I got a little bit of this stuff to go in the bottom and some tissue paper. You have to keep this away from the kitties. Well, just in general, I don't want them chewing anything open, but tinsel-y. Okay, this is the biggest. This goes in the back. Sadie, your sausage bites are taking up all the space. She's a little squishy, but I did get both Pepsis in there. I could take one set out and just have it on the side. Okay, I did some reshuffling. We'll just keep one Pepsi Grey Goose combo separate. I could solve this problem by just not having the Pepsi in there, but I just love the little duo idea. It's so cute. It's now Saturday. After building the gift basket, we had supper, and while we ate supper, we watched a show. We watched Project Fear, and I fell asleep towards the end of the show, like during the outro, and I was just napping on the couch for a while. And then I did get up and I wrapped the presents. So here's how they look underneath the tree. And here's one of Christian's gifts, because it came without the frame, so I had to put it in a frame. So it's the picture of gaming consoles, controllers, not the consoles themselves, just the controllers over the years. You better not be able to hear me. Maybe it should be a little quieter. I'll insert photos of the other 2 things. So I also got him a desk mat. It's technically a playing card mat, but he can also use it under his keyboard and mouse, because right now he's using one of my little duckies mouse pads, but it's small, and so his keyboard is kind of up over the edge of it because he likes to keep his keyboard and mouse on this little TV tray, and the keyboard is kind of up on the mouse pad a little bit, and the keyboard can slide around, so I feel like he needs a mat that covers the full width of the tray table. And so I got him one, and it's technically from Magic the Gathering. It's like a dragon on it, but it's not necessarily magic. It's just a dragon. I think he'll like it. I think it's pretty cool. And that way his whole tray is covered. And so the artwork is meant to go in his man loft and the the mouse pad also. And then a third thing is some bookends. And so there are these dragon bookends. And I don't know if he's gonna have room for those. He doesn't really right now. He needs another bookcase because he's running out of room for all the stuff up there. And so I don't know if he can really use the bookends now. But once he gets more up there, he'll be able to use them. Speaking of that, I should show it to you because when I was out shopping, Christian finally started mounting his sword racks because all his swords have been laying on the floor since we moved because he had to remount his sword racks, and he wanted to put them where the bookcases were because the bookcases were on either side of the TV. So he wanted to move everything over, redo the bookcases, like it was a whole project. And so he got to that yesterday. And today he mounted a couple of the final swords and moved our old couch over. So I want to go show you what that looks like. I don't have a good before shot. Like, I sometimes film that room when I'm vlogging, but you don't really see it that much. But let's go see what it looks like now. So, coming up here. Whoa. So yeah, the bookcases are now over here. Oh my God, the lighting. Hold on. Okay, that's a bit better. Just had to adjust the exposure. The bookcase is over here instead of being on either side of the TV, which looks so good. And the swords are mounted over there. The one sheath might not stay there, but he hung it there for now because he had it originally on the sword, but it was sliding off. These are the two he mounted today. So this is what it's looking like. And this couch, these two pieces for it were over here. So now this is kind of cleared up and I just feel like it looks so good. Looks so snazzy. Things are less crowded. And it's just brighter around the TV. And all this blank space on the wall over here is filled up. It looks so good. I was doing some cleaning earlier upstairs, tidying, cleaning the floors, etc. And now I need to tidy up down here because this is a mess. And how am I supposed to make art with all this mess? And I said I was not setting up the desk stuff yet, but I might set up a little bit of it. I got a smaller monitor to go up here. And that came in. And then one of my tabletop organizers is supposed to come today. A couple things I want for here I haven't even ordered yet because I don't want it delivered around Christmas time because I don't want to miss the delivery. So I'm holding off on ordering that. That's why I don't want to do all of it now. Plus just lack of time. But I at least got to organize a little bit. And I figure I might as well set up the new monitor at least. Before I unbox the monitor, I got to put stuff away. Like this I brought down from upstairs and I just threw it on the table. Because I was in a rush to clean the upstairs, I guess. About the tabletop organization, I want to move some of the stuff that's in here to just be at the tables. Like all my inking pens should just be out at all times. Certain other pens, just have them reachable. Because this is close, but it's kind of messy and just, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be way more likely to use some of this stuff if it's just at the desk. But for now, I guess this stuff goes back in there. This is supposed to be separated, pens on one side, pencils on the other, but they're just all mixed. I think these were actually here. I can't remember. It all needs a reorg. Also, I realized I have empty slots up here because I took out these markers to put upstairs. So now I have empty slots in the COVID case. Like these call erase, they should be at the table at all times. Okay, this is as good as it's getting for now. And I'm about to make it a huge mess again when I take out all my markers and stuff. Now for the smaller monitor. Oh yeah, and some plugs. Yo, do it! So I got some of these plugs because I only have one plug that has USB-C on the end like this, so I need more. The rest all have regular USB. This is a fancy box. Let's maybe turn a light on. There we go. Hey, a device that comes with its own plug. Yay. cables. I think I got everything. Okay. This almost just looks like an iPad. Wow! It's a small portable monitor, so you could bring it along with your laptop if you want some kind of dual screen setup or what have you. I have a portable disc reader. I wonder if that can plug in. But yeah, I use a monitor at my desk because if I'm live streaming, I like to see a preview of the feed, and then I also have the chat and then stream alerts, things like that visible on the screen. So I was asking myself, do I really want to go smaller? Because, you know, it might be a little harder to read that stuff. Yeah, and I also use it sometimes for watching YouTube videos while I draw. Sometimes I just use my phone, but other times it's up on the screen. Yo, do it. Yo. Or is it like yo doit? Probably not, because they separate out the colors. Oh. Okay, I can't actually fully set this up because I don't have the HDMI adapter, which I ordered separately. Because I have an HDMI cable feeding from the computer up here for the old monitor, and so I just need an adapter to convert it to mini HDMI, or not mini. Yeah, mini. There's mini and micro. It converts it to mini HDMI, which is what this uses. So that's kind of as far as we're getting with this setup, I guess. Womp womp. But it should be coming today, I think. Tomorrow. Sad. That's okay. Oh, these things are arriving today. Or things. I ordered one. That's one of my organizers for the table. Well, I guess I'm not using that screen today. I'm gonna have to use my phone to watch stuff while I draw. Now, I do want to get a little riser here, like a little monitor stand riser. I'm gonna have one on top of the Copic case and then one sitting here for this to sit on. So it has little drawers for storage, and it just lifts it up a little bit. Can I flip the stand this way? I don't like having so much of this just sitting here. Stay tuned for later in the vlog when I can actually turn that on. I mean, I can connect my phone to it. What? Yeah. Wait, let's do that. So the phone displays like this until I go full screen on a video. Then it's full screen here. Now, I don't know if I can attach my Bluetooth headphones to this, so that might be a problem because it does have little built-in speakers. And normally that's not a problem because my Bluetooth earbuds would be connected to the main computer, as would this. But for today, since I'm connecting it to my phone, I might just have to listen to it through these crappy little built-in speakers. But why am I trying to touch that? There we go.
Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel.
It's doing brightness, not volume.
My name is Emily from Emily Cromwell Designs, and I design colorful and happy bookish merch for readers.
Yeah, I'll just wait for my adapter. I'll just wait. Oh, and yes, this does come with HDMI to mini HDMI, but I need a longer cable, and I have one already fed, so that's why I want the adapter. This is too short. Now, enough of that. Let's start on this. So this was a digital sketch on Procreate, and I printed it out, traced it onto some mixed media paper, and I outlined it in colored pencil. And now I'm going to color predominantly with Copics. There will be some pencil areas here and there, but mostly the outlines are going to be pencil, and the majority of the coloring should be done with marker. In the style of these illustrations, these were studies from a Bulbasaur full art card from the Pokemon Pocket, TCG Pocket app. The card was so cute I had to do some studies, and now we're doing some art inspired by it. This was from a stream where we were listing names for the mousy character, the squeaky seamstress, and activities a little mousy could be doing. Oh my god, I forgot the other day I looked through my footage of working on this, and I pulled out the corresponding Copic colors, and I've put them all back. I put them away. I mean, they should mostly be the top ones. Not that it needs to be identical, but like these blues and greens, I love, love, love. I want more of that. And then that light orangey color I used is the YR00. Definitely want that. YGO5, is that what I used for the green? I'll figure it out. It just needs to be similar. All right, let's give this bush some color. I was so scared to start on this because I didn't know where to begin. And yes, I kind of have that Bulbasaur art as an idea of how I want to color things in, but there's no big chunk of bush in the corner, you know? There isn't this in that artwork, and I don't want to reference it too heavily. I want to make it my own. And so I just had to start. So I used a really light color to map out where I want light to hit, because there's sunbeams coming in from top left. And so just so I wouldn't color in these leaves too dark by mistake, I quickly mapped out where I want some of the brightest light to hit. And then I got started in the darkest corner, because that seems like an easy place to start, especially because it's supposed to be the darkest. You know, if it ends up being too light, I can darken it. But if I go in the light area and make it too dark, I can't lighten it. We can only go darker with Copics. You can kind of lift with colorless blender, but it gets a bit messy. I do use colorless blender for adding little dots in this later, but in general, for Copic, once you go dark, you can't go light. And so I was just so nervous, and I didn't really know what colors to use or how to get the effect I wanted. I just knew I wanted some bluiness in the shadows, and I wanted it to look a little patchy because I don't have all the leaves drawn in. And so between the leaves, I just shaded in to look like masses. And then once I got a decent chunk of the dark area done, I kind of froze again, because, you know, when you're working on a certain section, you're just using the same few colors. You kind of get into a rhythm, and then it's like, okay, now I got to switch to some different colors. But I got a little nervous and thought, you know what, why don't we do the berries? Because I feel like those would be easy to do because they have set contours and everything, set bunches, and then we can go back to the greens. And so that I thought would be a little easier, because I did the dark berries and then I did some of the lightest berries and then filled in an in-between. And then the berries were sort of a guideline of how dark to make the greens, if that makes sense. I don't know. There were just so many times I would finish a little section and then look down and be like, okay, what am I doing next? I don't know. I'm so nervous. Like, I have this huge blank piece of paper and I don't want to mess it up. I'm still paranoid I'm going to do something and mess this up. I'm trying to open my Copic markers away from the paper, but I keep forgetting to do that, because sometimes you take the caps off and it sprays ink. It's rare, but it happens. And I actually do have some blue splatters on this, but it's in the border area, not on the artwork, thankfully. Or I'm scared I'm gonna knock a drink over on it. I've been keeping my drinks on a separate surface. So I'm very paranoid. Like, I'm just gonna somehow screw this whole thing up, or I'm gonna be 50 hours into it and then mess something up. I don't know. It just feels so high stakes for some reason, but I guess that's a good sign. That means I'm really proud of it so far. Like, I'm so happy with it that I don't want to mess it up, you know? And that's a great feeling to have. So here I'm working on some of the lightest berries, and they still have pretty dark shadows because it's harsh lighting, you know, strong light from one side, so there's still going to be dark shadows on the other side. And then there's a couple areas on here where I have a light blue circle. Those are bubbles where I am not going to color in with the green at all. And it's, you know, it's just leaving the area light because it's supposed to be light. You know what I mean? Just mapping that out ahead of time, because that's the kind of thing I usually don't think of till later. It's kind of akin to me using the colorless blender to lighten areas, except it's a big area. So I left it completely blank instead of trying to lighten it with a colorless blender. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what else to say here. I'm coloring la bunch. And anywhere where I had drawn a leaf in the line art, that's where I made it a lighter leaf to stand out a bit. And then any areas between the leaves got darker. So here's where I'm doing the light part of the green so that I can go back in and blend it into the darker green areas. And this might not be done. Like, for me, I've done this bush, it's done for now, but I might have to go back in and tweak the odd thing here or there. Like, sometimes you feel like your shadows are nice and dark until you color in the rest of your illustration and realize your shadows are not that dark. Although I don't really want this to have super dark values. I'm trying to keep it a little bit on the brighter side, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But also, you don't know how the color is going to look once you color what's right behind it. Like, the bush looks good on its own because it's just pure white around it. Once I start coloring in the ground, maybe the green of the ground will look too similar to the green of the leaves or something, you know. There could be tweaks to be made, but it's finished for now, if that makes sense. Now, one thing I was unsure about this is how much bounce light I want to have, because that's something I might tweak. For example, the pink of the berries is not being reflected onto the leaves, and the green of the leaves is not being reflected onto the berries. I was scared I was going to make it just look muddy, especially because the berry shadows are pretty dark, same with the leaves. So I thought, if I try to add those colors on top of each other, is it just going to look muddy and gross? So that's one thing I might tweak. I haven't touched that yet, but I might. I do have a little bit of a peachy color on the leaves, but that's not meant to be related to the berry clusters. That's more just like something I picked up from the Bulbasaur study where the leaves would have this peachy color on it, and so I'm trying to incorporate that into any leaves I put into this illustration. But it almost works like reflected bounce light, but it's not in the right spots. And then I added the white highlights, and it turns out I was not recording during that, but I added a few more on camera, like a few more extras that I wasn't going to add just for the sake of filming some of the dots. And so I'd use the colorless blender to lighten it, and then if I wanted the center of the circle even whiter, I would do a dot of white gel pen and then poke it with my finger to blend it out a little bit. And then there are dots of just pure white gel pen. And then crisping up some of the outlines with my pencil crayons, not all the way around everything, but just here and there, defining the edges a little bit more, because I don't want a harsh outline look, but I don't want just the marker, because then your edges are not crispy. Because one thing about this paper is the ink does feather across it, and so you try to color up against an item or color between the serrated edges of the leaf, and the ink just sort of runs and bleeds across, which is a pain. It's nice for blending, but it's annoying for getting crisp edges. So going in with the pencil just for a few touches. I'm trying to not shade with pencil. It's purely for outline purposes. So here's how the bush is looking so far. I think it's super, super cute, and you'll see more of this illustration later in this vlog. What are you doing up there, baby? Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, we're face to face. Look at us. This is what she truly wanted. You little stink. So it is now Monday. I didn't end up filming anything yesterday, even though I intended to, because I spent the entire day editing and researching editing things, trying things out, because I'm now editing 4K footage, and I'm also using a new version of Premiere, and I'm just trying to like figure things out and compare how things run between the older version versus the new version of the software. And I went out and bought an external SSD to edit off of, because that has made creating proxies so much faster. It's something I never used to have to do when editing. Basically, it renders out your clips in a lower resolution, and you edit with those lower resolution clips so that it's speedier and the program doesn't lag. And apparently there's really no way around that with 4K footage. But this SSD has made those proxies so much faster to generate, like at least 2 times as fast, because the clips would play back as the proxy's generating, and it was like slow motion. And now it's like fast forwarded. It's probably triple the speed, actually. So anyway, that's making my life a lot easier. But I spent the entire day doing that kind of tech stuff right up until supper time. And so I did not do anything yesterday for the vlog. I did, however, manage to paint my nails like very, very quickly. I did a kind of translucent glitter color. It's a pinky color. I chose that because, one, your edges don't have to be super clean because you can't notice if they're a little messy. And then also, it looks good with just one coat. It might not last as long with only one color coat, but that's what I did, because usually I do 3 coats of color. It's base coat, 3 color coats, top coat. But we have the base and top with 1 color layer in between. So it was a lot faster for me to do my nails compared to usual, because I wasn't sure if I was going to get them painted at all before Christmas. But here we are. Christian and I also watched Love Actually. I haven't seen that movie in so long, and so we watched that. And that was my day yesterday. So now today I'm doing stuff that I was gonna do yesterday, like packing these orders. I was not supposed to do that this morning because I have my live stream at noon, and I'm scrambling to now get these packed before the live stream, in addition to setting up for the stream and what have you. I was also gonna work on the artwork yesterday, and obviously didn't have time for that. But luckily today's stream is the Copic art stream, so I'll get to work more on the art today. Let's pack a few orders on camera though. So this first one is for Ashley. Oh wait, I'm back to doing this all in ShipStation. Yay, we're not using Chit Chats today. So we have 2 strawberry notepads. Oh, my scanner is not on yet. 1, 2. That volume always resets to 100. I've got an extension to lower the volume of certain tabs. Okay, and then we need 4 Dainty Flowers notepads. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little ducky's pin, which is this one. And a strawberry pin. Okay, so let's keep these stacked vertically. Just trying to think of what box it's going in. And let's take the ring off. I have 10 orders to do today, so I gotta move quickly. I suppose I can always just start the stream a little late if I need to. I do not have a lot of crink because my crink refill bin is empty. I do have more in cardboard boxes that I can use, but I am in a time crunch. I'd rather not bust that all out and do all that right now. So I'm gonna try to be a little conservative with the crink. We're still using alt freebies, so right now I'm doing the Cauldron Cuties. And that's the last of the Cauldron Cutie stickers. I kept a couple spares, one spare, just in case I needed one for something, like a missing order, but I knocked the inventory to 0, so now they're just freebies. But I need to get some new ones made, some new ones for January for when we drop the witch hat sweatshirts. And totes. Oh. Ugh, so good having the box sizes in the drop-down menu, not having to type in the weights anymore. Woo! Okay, print label. Thank you, Ashley. Next order is for Joanne. We have 2 of the discounted Post-its. Kiki has been after this barcode relentlessly, and it's now officially gone. So I can't scan this one. I just gotta double check if grabbing the correct one. I gotta redo the barcode system like ASAP. Maybe that's first order of business after Christmas. So I can manually verify that. A Dainty Flower notepad. And Halloween spiral sketch, or not sketchbook, a notebook. And a set of 2 of the rad backs, the magnetic pin backings. Okay. Okay. This has a lot of empty space. We'll do a bit of crink, but I'm gonna need some bubble wrap. Just leftover bubble wrap that I've kept from stuff I've received. And I cut it down to size so that when it's folded in half, it's the perfect size for my boxes. Okay. Thank you, Joanne. Next order is for Katie. We have a strawberry sketchbook with the white paper. They fit so nicely in these boxes. I mean, I did that on purpose. When I created the sketchbooks, I specifically made their dimensions so that they would fit these particular boxes. All right, let's do one more. Thank you, Katie, for your order. Next is for Ben. We have a video game washi, video game planner pad. It's over here. Oh, gosh. This one has a bit of a weird corner. Let's grab a different one. Halloween Cats washi. and the B grade Halloween Cats white sketchbook. There are none there. I need to go get some more. Wait, are they? No, these are the dotted ones. Oh, Minouche, hello. She's on my product shelves. Oh, she was probably scared of the vacuum because this is where she hides when there's people over. Were you scared of the evil vacuum? Oh, that's mushy. Oh, poor baby. Why do these all say B dot? Where are the B whites? Wait, what are these? Right in front of me. Oh, cream. Dang it. Oh, I see them. Okay, there's just a bunch of strawberry sketchbooks stacked on top of them. Yay! I don't have time for this. Ah, I'm dropping stuff. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Whew. I ripped the bag. Usually I try to flatten the sides a little nicer, but that thing was misbehaving. Thank you, Ben, for your order. I'm gonna pack the rest of these off camera so I can get through them a little faster and set it for my stream and get a bite to eat and start on the art. Yesterday my HDMI adapter came in, so she's plugged in and it's extending the screen from over there. I have it so it mirrors this screen here. Well, that's what it's supposed to be doing. It's not currently doing that. I'll have to fix it. Okay, now it's set up properly where these two screens just display the same thing. And now for the lemon tree. This is the portion I did on Monday's live stream, and I'm not showing the full process here because the stream footage is annoying to edit with all the pauses, but we have a good chunk of it here. It doesn't start at the beginning because I forgot to hit record when I started my stream, but it's kind of a fun place to start with some color on the page. So just like with the berry bush, which by the way, not grapes, it's like berry clusters. Like with that bush, I started with the darkest area in the corner and then switched to doing the fruit. So I did some of the lightest lemons, some of the darker lemons filled in between and tweaked things accordingly. And then slowly filled in more of the leaves, kind of the same process as the last one. And this turned out so well, possibly even better than the bush. I mean, they're both pretty great. They're both pretty great. Again, I'm so nervous I'm gonna sabotage this somehow because it's going too well. It's going too well. But with the lemons, you know, I have my yellows. Then I also have the peachy color I was using on the leaves. I also put that in the lemons, which is that nice warm color. And then for these, I did do some bounce light. There's some light green on the lemons. It's subtle, but it's there because I want to keep a lot of the colors true to themselves. But, you know, I had to add a little bit of something in there. And then for the leaves, my one complaint about the bush was that there wasn't enough blue in the shadows, and so that was my challenge with the lemons, is to add more blue in the shadows. And for the darkest areas I started with, they were still looking too green, so I had to force myself, just grab straight blue and put it in the deepest shadow and don't go over top of it with green. In some areas, yes, but other areas, no. And you'll notice some shadows have kind of a medium tone blue. It almost looks like it's too light to be a shadow, but I love that look. I've seen it in other people's artwork where they didn't go darker for a shadow, they just used a different color, and it just feels a little extra interesting, almost like there's some light, you know, within the leaves. There's more light sources than just that sunbeam. There could be maybe another opening on the other side, some light's filtering underneath. I don't know. The sun is the main light source, but you never know how it's filtering through the leaves, how it's lighting up the tree as a whole. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just trying to make it a little more interesting. And so I love that. At this time, you do get footage of me using the colorless blender. I was recording for this, so I included pretty much the full process for that. So I just keep dabbing in the same spot, and the clear ink in the marker pushes the other ink aside. And then again, if I want to lighten it further, I do a little dab of white gel pen, which is a jelly roll, and poke it with my finger to blend it out a little bit to soften it. And this was so scary because the lemon tree was looking so good, and I was scared to add the sparkles, especially because I don't want to go too overboard with them. You know, I'm not going to do this sparkle effect across the entire illustration, but I do want a lot of it concentrated around the edges, especially at these corner plants. And so I just had to take the plunge, and you know what? It looks so great. It was scary, but it worked out. There were a couple spots I added that I kind of regretted, but it just adds such a fun, magical feel, maybe a little ethereal, sparkly forest. Just, it's such a great effect, and I feel like I'm gonna do way too much of this in future artwork. But hey, whatever. I'm having fun playing around with new ways of coloring and really putting my full effort into this. This is a full effort illustration right here, truly showcasing my skill, and I'm very happy with it, and I can't wait to do more of it. Again, I'm so scared because they look so good against the white background. Hopefully, once it's all said and done, the color looks good as a whole. But so far, I just am so pleased, and I'm so glad I did that Bulbasaur card art study because I'm learning so much from that and just having a blast. Like, I feel like it's been a long time since I did a ton of shading with Copics because I was really in a phase where I would just do very light shading with Copics and then I would use pencil on top for more. But again, not going too crazy with it, but this has awoken something in me, and I'm just realizing once again, I guess, how much I love my Copic markers. I always come back to them, but I feel like I'm using them to their full potential here. So very happy with this, and that is going to be the end of the vlog. I hope you guys have a great Christmas, and I will see you, I guess, next Monday for the live stream. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.